Hello, people of YouTube. I got a big video here. I'm trying not to take all night with this. Uh, I gathered 30 of my favorite albums that I have in my collection. There's some of my favorite albums that I yet to get on vinyl. So if there's some obvious, classic albums you don't see on here, it's probably because I don't have it yet. And one of the rules of this was there can only be one album per band / artist. So let's just get straight into it. 30, the best of Little Richard. Yeah, this has a lot of his best songs on it. I've quite a few of these 50s artists on vinyl, except their actual albums are hard to get. They're expensive, so it's a lot of what I have is the my hair won't go down. The greatest hits. Yeah, good album. Not much to say. 29. We have a Ray Charles compilation, a double album. I mean, it has all of the classics: Hit the Road Jack, Hallelujah I Love Her So, Georgia on My Mind, What I'd Say, I Got a Woman, all of them. Yeah, that's 29. 28, this was inherited down, and it didn't have the cover. Chuck Berry's Golden Decade. This has all this stuff. Maybelline, Johnny B. Good, Roll Over Beethoven, No Particular Place to Go, Memphis, Tennessee, Too Much Monkey Business, You Can't Catch Me, Round and Round, Sweet Little 16, Sweet Little 16's my favorite. Rock and Roll Music, Anthony Boy, Back in the USA. It's got it all. 27, Blind Faith, doing Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Ginger Baker, and Rick Gretsch. This is one of the best albums I think Clapton has been involved with. Yeah, it's a really good album. Not much to say. 27. 26, Wheels of Fire by Cream. One of the best things Clapton has done. I got this for $1, and it doesn't sound that bad actually. It's only to be cleaned. It's got White Room, Sitting on Top of the World, Politician, Crossroads, Spoonful, and Toad. Good album. 25, McCartney. I got a lot of Beatle records, but I do not have that much solo Beatle records. Yeah, this is a really good album. That would be something. Hot as Sun, Junk, Man We Was Lonely. What else it's got? Teddy Boy, Maybe I'm Amazed. Good stuff. McCartney did everything on this album except the backup vocals. What number am I on? hell, 24. All Things Must Pass by George Harrison. Monumental album. I'd Have You Anytime, My Sweet Lord, Wah Wah, Isn't It a Pity, What Is Life If Not For You. I mean, these are great songs. Beware of the Darkness, Apple Scruffs, Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp, Waiting on You All Things Must Pass, I Dig Love, Art of Dying, Hear Me Lord, and the Apple Jam with Clapton. This is just great stuff. Great record. Number 23, Imagine. This is hard to see on this camera, but yeah, this is classic album. Imagine, Crippled Inside, Jealous Guy, It's So Hard, I Don't Want to Be a Soldier, Give Me Some Truth, Oh My Love, How Do You Sleep, How, Oh Yoko. All are great songs. I like all of them. John's my favorite Beatle, and overall, I think he had my favorite solo career of the Beatles, which would make sense because he's my favorite Beatle. 22, Elvis, his second album. This take away all the live and all the soundtracks and all the budget albums. This is my favorite. I mean, all these are great songs. Rip It Up, Love Me, The Blue Moon Turns to Gold Again, Long Tall Sally, First in Line, Paralyzed, So Glad You're Mine, Old Shep, Ready Teddy, Any Places Paradise, How's the World Treating You, and How Do You Think I Feel. Love all those songs. Great album. And that reminds me of the album I sort of didn't forget. I have a Johnny Cash record, country music. This has good songs on it, but the thing I don't like is A Boy Named Sue. They censor the part where he said, I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. They censor that part, which is retarded. But it has all good songs on it. Sunday Morning Coming Down. Love that one. Anyway. 21, One of These Nights by the Eagles. This is probably my favorite Eagle album. Hotel California seems to be the most popular, but I think I like this one just a little bit more. Yeah, it opens up differently. Asylum Records. One of These Nights, Too Many Hands, Hollywood Waltz, Journey of the Sorcerer, Lion Eyes, Take It to the Limit, Visions, After Thrill Is Gone, and I Wish You Peace. All good songs. The Long Run is one of my favorites too. Probably my top 3 Eagles albums. Yeah, this one's good. Let's see, 30, 21, 6, 25, 4, 23. Okay. Number 20, The Doors debut. This is a pretty highly regarded album. You know, Break On Through, Soul Kitchen, Crystal Ship, 20th Century Fox, Alabama Song, that one's probably my favorite. Light My Fire, Backdoor Man, I Looked at You, Into the Night, Take It As It Comes, and The End. Great album. Definitely their best. 19, Are You Experienced? This isn't quite the first pressing, but I think it's one of the older pressings. It's hard to the original's expensive, but I will get it eventually. You know, Purple Haze, Manic Depression, Hey Joe, Love or Confusion, May This Be Love, I Don't Live Today, The Wind Cries Mary, Fire, Third Stone from the Sun, Foxy Lady, and Are You Experienced? Amazing album. 18. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Catch a Fire. This is just fantastic Marley material. Yes, a couple songs from the great Peter Tosh. Concrete Jungle, Slave Driver, 400 Years, Stop That Train, Baby We've Got a Date, Steered Up, Kinky Reggae, No More Trouble, and Midnight Ravers. All great songs. Yeah, that's Catch a Fire by Bob Marley. I don't have the original cover with the Zippo lighter yet. This is the 1974 reissue, but this is a cool cover. Yeah. He's that supporting pot smoking. Good on him. Need more of that. 17. The Rolling Stones, Their Satanic Majesty's Request. This is their best album. I'm sorry, this is the best. This is a beautifully packaged album. It's the original with the holographic picture of the band, and gatefold's amazing. Comes with the original red velvet cover. It's in a separate inner sleeve because I wanted to preserve the purity of the original inner sleeve. It really should be done with every inner sleeve, but we just don't always have the right stuff to do that. But I mean, all these songs are good. Sing This All Together, Citadel, and Another Land, 2000 Man, Sing This All Together, See What Happens, She's a Rainbow, The Lantern, Gomper, 2000 Light Years from Home, and On With the Show. Love all those songs. People say it's a rip-off of Sgt. Pepper, but I disagree. It was recorded roughly about the same time, and I don't even care if it's a rip-off of Sgt. Pepper. It's too great to not like. 16. Anthem of the Sun by the Grateful Dead. My favorite Grateful Dead album. This is just cool music, you know. I mean, that's it for the other one. That's just one of their most essential songs. Need to hear it. New Potato Caboose is amazing. Going Cross-Eye's fantastic. I love Alligator. Alligator's amazing. And Caution is awesome. This is just a psychedelic trip. This album. It's definitely the ultimate Dead experience for me. It combines everything they did that I like about them into one album. I also really love their first album in Oxymoxa. Where am I? 15, we have Houses of the Holy by Led Zeppelin. This is their best album. Don't even argue with me. What's it have? The song remains the same. Rain Song. Over the Hills and Far Away, The Crunge, Dancing Days, shit, Dear Maker, No Quarter, and The Ocean. All those are great songs. That's number 15. 14, Queen, The Game. I do not have Night at the Opera yet. And if I did, this would be on the list and it would be in the top 10. I just haven't found it, you know? I look for it every time, and but I mean, I like this a lot too. This is one of my favorite Queen albums. I also need to get their first two albums, which are my top 3 Queen albums are Night at the Opera and the first two, pretty much. But this might be my 4th favorite, actually. This is a German pressing. Yeah, Play the Game, Dragon Attack, Another One Bites the Dust, Need Your Loving Tonight, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Rocket, Prime Jive, Don't Try Suicide, Sail Away Sweet Sister, Coming Soon and Save Me. Love all those songs. "13, Jethro Tull, A Passion Play." This, I think I like this more than Thick as a Brick. I just think it's a mind-blowing, chaotic story about an afterlife. That interlude, the hair that lost the spectacles. That was fantastic. I loved that. That was genius. That's how you interrupt a story, by telling another chaotic story. Yeah, I just love this album. It's amazing. Go listen to it if you haven't. 12, Iron Maiden, Power Slave. I do not have much metal on vinyl because I like getting originals, and the originals are always too expensive. Like Slayer, one of my favorite metal bands, they're impossible to get. Yeah, this has a textured cover. This has the original inner sleeve, and design on side 2. Yeah, this is a great album. I don't know what I think is Iron Maiden's best album. This is the only Maiden album I have so far. But it would be between this, Number of the Beast, and Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Oh, and Somewhere in Time. Those are the top 4, and then Peace of Mind. That's everyone's top 5, I'm sure. Yeah, this epic album. Number 11, Signals by Rush. I didn't know whether to put Moving Pictures, Signals, or Grace Under Pressure, but I chose this. I'm more into this one. Hemispheres is great too, but I just love this era of Rush. The synthesizer driven songs. It brought a lot more life into the band's music. I just love that label. It's one of my favorite label designs. Yeah, Subdivisions, Analog Kid, Chemistry, Digital Man, The Weapon, New World Man, Losing It, Countdown. All those are amazing Rush songs. So all of them are some of my favorites. Number 10, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Yes, this I have to say this is my favorite album by them. Brain Salad Surgery is a close second, and Tarkus is third. Yeah, this is a really mind-blowing album when I first heard it. I was just blown away of how much talent there was in this band. I mean, especially Keith Emerson's keyboard playing. It was amazing, and it still is amazing. I love all these songs: The Barbarian, Take a Pebble, Knife Edge, Three Fates, Tank, and Lucky Man. This is an essential prog album, a little underrated actually, but it's definitely essential. Number 9, the only Metallica album I have on vinyl because they're so expensive, Justice for All. My favorite Metallica album would either be this or Kill 'Em All. Yeah, this has the original inner sleeves. Yeah. But yeah, this is some of the best work they ever did. Blackened, Justice for All, Eye of the Beholder, One, Short of Straw, Harvester of Sorrow, Bright Ends of Sanity, To Live Is to Die, and Dyer's Eve. All killer songs. And after that, that's where Metallica went. Number 8, The Mothers of Invention. We are only in it for the money. This is just a hilarious album, and just it brings out Frank Zappa's genius. You know, this is the parody of Sgt. Pepper, the artwork. Yeah, I'm probably the only person that believes this and Freak Out are the best thing Zappa ever did. I still need to get Freak Out on vinyl. My favorite solo Zappa album, probably Apostrophe, and of course Hot Rats is a good one. Yeah, I absolutely love this album. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Oh yes, there's a lot of songs on it. Who Needs the Peace Corps, Concentration, Moon, Bowtie Daddy, Harry or Beast, What's the Ugliest Part of Your Body, Absolutely Free, Flower Punk, Let's Make the Water Turn Black, I loved that one, Idiot Bastard Son, Take Your Clothes Off When You Dance, Mother People. I mean, these are all good songs. I love the whole album. Number 7, Sabotage by Black Sabbath. I was either going to put this or their debut album, which is one of the greatest albums ever made. It's greater than this one, but this is just my favorite Sabbath album. I don't get why this is so overlooked, probably because of the cover, but I absolutely fell in love with this album. It had some of their best stuff on it. This, I believe, is their masterpiece album. This is where they peaked, and they never matched it afterwards. Hole in the Sky, Don't Start Too Late, Symptom of the Universe, Megalomania, which possibly their masterpiece song, Thrill of It All, Superstar. I love Superstar, the choir in it. Am I Going Insane, and The Writ. Just masterpiece album that gets overlooked. Trust me, this is their masterpiece. It has better lyrics than, and better melodies than, you know, some of their more popular albums, which are amazing. But this is the best. Alright, number 6. Tales from Topographic Oceans by Yes. Not much. A lot of people disagree on this being their favorite Yes album. Close to the Edge is probably my second favorite. The Yes album right now is my third favorite. But yeah, this is truly my favorite. I'm not even joking. There's not a Yes album I love more than this. I love all 4 of the tracks. The Revealing Science of God is probably my favorite Yes track. I don't know, I just love it. The Remembering is amazing, so underrated. I mean, this album just shines, you know? And the Wildly Hated Song, which I absolutely adore every second of, The Ancient, is some of their best stuff. But how much people seem to like this. But The Ancient is just amazing. How can you not like, The Leaves of Green, where Steve Howe, that's like my favorite Steve Howe acoustic solo. Possibly my favorite Steve Howe solo. That and Worm from Starship Trooper. Just amazing stuff. Ritual is awesome too. The live version on Yes shows is just as amazing. Yeah, this beautiful album, it's pure magic, pure bliss. Like, this album's bliss to me. At number 5 spot, we have Selling England by the Pound by Genesis. This is a masterpiece. I like pretty much every Genesis album, every era. I even like some of Calling All Stations now. I used to hate that one, but this, this is the full package, pretty much. You got Phil Collins singing a song. You got Gabriel. Dancing with the Moon at Night. I Know What I Like. Firth of Fifth. More Fool Me. Battle of Epping Forest. After the Ordeal. The Cinema Show. Owl of Plenty. It's just a perfect album. Got everything crammed into 53 or so minutes of one album. It's just a masterpiece. Not a filler moment on here. I think the Battle of Epping Forest is one of their best songs, but a lot of people don't like it because it has too much lyrics or something, but I think it's awesome. It's hard to pick a best song on here. But yeah, it's a great album. Wind and Wuthering is another amazing one. My number 4 album, Pawn Hearts by Van der Graaf Generator. If you're not familiar with Van der Graaf Generator, go check him out. I don't know if I would start with this one or not. This is kind of a tricky album to get into. It took me a while before I finally got it. You know, I got fully grasped the music I was hearing. But this is just an amazing prog masterpiece. And it's definitely their best album. If you can get into it, then this will be your favorite. I also have The Least We Can Do Is Wave to Each Other, an original UK pressing. I think that's my second favorite album by them, but this is the best. I mean, all 3 of the songs are amazing. This is the best album with 3 songs. Well, this is the North American pressing, and it has a short little bonus track, Theme 1, the George Martin song that they did. They stuck it in between the first 2 songs on side 1. Lemmings is amazing, and of course Man Erg is a classic song, and Plague of the Lighthouse Keepers. It's just mind-blowing, crazy prog epicness. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than this album. Oh, great. Any of these top 3 these top 3 are pretty much my number 1, but I'm just gonna, I'll show them in this order. Here's In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. Right now, King Crimson's probably my favorite band. They're probably the band I'm into the most right now. They've never made a bad album. I like all 13 of their studio albums. I like every lineup. Red is I don't have Larks' Tongues and Aspic yet. That's arguably their best album. I wouldn't argue if you think that's the best. And Red I have. That one's amazing. But this is just one of the most important albums in history. Yeah, this is definitely the greatest prog album of all time. Not Dark Side of the Moon. It's not even prog, really. Not Close to the Edge. Not even Selling England by the Pound. Not even Pawn Hearts. But this is the greatest. You just can't get much better than this. I mean, all 5 songs are amazing. 21st Century Schizoid Man, I Talk to the Wind, Epitaph, Moonchild. Really love that improvisational bit. Court of the Crimson King. Just epic album. Don't know why it's not talked about more in the best albums of all time category. But yeah, truly amazing. Here's Pink Floyd, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Yeah, Ummagumma I really like, Adam Heartmother, Saucerful of Secrets, but this has just been the most influential album for me they did. Sid rules, what can I say? Sid rules. Syd Barrett. All 11 of these songs are amazing. This is my French pressing, by the way. Astronomy Domini, Lucifer Sam, Matilda Mother, Flaming, How Our Talk H, Take Up Thy Stethoscope and Walk, Interstellar Overdrive, The Gnome, Chapter 24, Scarecrow and Bike. All amazing songs. People say Are You Experienced is the greatest psychedelic album. People say Velvet Underground and Nico, which I don't have yet, is the greatest. Don't listen to them. This is the greatest. This has everything you need in a psychedelic album. It's revolutionary. It's stuff that's never been done before. Syd Barrett is the king of psychedelic music in my eyes. And he's definitely an underrated musician. And this is an underrated album. Too bad where it ended up. Ended up making a shit album called Momentary Lapse of Reason, including none of these members, which totally sucked. But yeah, that's Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Amazing album. Listen to it if you haven't. And I have to save this one for last. It's known as the ultimate classic rock album. And it's Pet Sounds. I'm just kidding. If you haven't guessed, it is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Abbey Road is their second best. Their close second best. It's close to being number one. But this, I've had so many great times with this record. I got high for the first time off of pop. This album really spoke to me. Strawberry Fields Forever really spoke to me also. I know I probably sound hipsterish when I say this, but trust me, music really does sound more amazing when pot's in your system. And this one just was amazing. You know what's on this one. I don't even need. A Day in the Life is the greatest Beatles song. Nothing like that has ever been done in history. None of these songs, I mean, all these songs are one of a kind. Nothing's ever been done like it. And shut up about the whole no Pet Sounds, no Sgt. Pepper, because that's not true. I honestly didn't know anyone even compared the Beach Boys to the Beatles till really recently. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it happens. I have some Beach Boys. I mean, I don't dislike the Beach Boys. I have some of their albums. They're nice to listen to every once in a while. I don't have Pet Sounds yet because it's too expensive. But it's not the best album of all time, so shut up. This is one of the big turning points. I think the big turning point of the 60s was Rubber Soul, but this was a bigger turning point. Got that iconic gatefold, and cutouts. I don't think you'll find much copies floating around on eBay that have the cutouts actually cut out. They either have the cutouts not cut out, or they don't have the cutouts at all. this is the first U.S. Capitol pressing, because it says a little help from my friends on the label instead of with a little help from my friends. So that's Sergeant Pepper. It's just nothing was ever made before this album that's like this, and nothing's ever been made since that's like this. Dark Side of the Moon, while it's not really my favorite Pink Floyd album, it's still, I have to mention that. It's an amazing album. It's very relatable. And there's an album I meant to put in this list, but I forgot about. It would have been like in 20-something anyway. But No Jacket Required by Phil Collins. This is my favorite Phil Collins album. I just really like. It just has a lot of my favorites. Studio, One More Night, Don't Lose My Number. Really love that one. Take Me Home. Really good album. My favorite Phil Collins album. So, yeah, got that out of the way. Cool cover, too. Anyway, that's my video about my favorite albums I have. That's all I have to say. Comment what you think about the video, what your favorite albums are. I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I didn't even point this out. I'm wearing this shirt. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.